Good morning. I'm Marla Copal, and I just had a great time last night that I want to share with you. Appreciation. Do you ever appreciate yourself enough, or are you just waiting for other people to tell you they appreciate you? In the last 2 years, with us all staying at home, some of that external feedback that many of us appreciate and would adore to have just hasn't been available for us. And so everybody's found new ways to try to get that level of appreciation to help them because, yeah, we're human. We need to know we bring value to the world. But first, you have to really know it inside yourself that you're bringing value to you and the world. So think of how many times a day you might say no to yourself, like that wasn't good enough. I didn't finish that job well enough. I didn't finish it on time. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. Well, let it go. That makes life painful. What many of us have not learned to do is to appreciate ourselves first and give us the opportunity to take a positive energy into the world that could create a ripple effect and help others feel the same. So let me back up and explain, and I'm just picking on one thing, but I got to be on a panel last night, 9 steps to yes. And so you just have to ask me for that link and I'll send it to you. I put that in the comments. Or if you want to get on my email list, just hit successwithmarla.com and I am sending that link out to everyone soon so that they can see it and view it. Good morning. So appreciation is an acquired skill. I'll tell you that right now. And self-appreciation is almost a lost art. Why? Why? Well, I think in our culture, many of us are raised to say, oh, yeah, I did that. Now I should do more. Oh, that should word kills it, doesn't it? There's no opportunity to celebrate what you just did. So always, when you've set a task for yourself, a goal, whatever, you want to go ahead and celebrate when you got there completely. But there was a good conversation in this call last night in which we all talked about, and this wasn't their term, this is my term, life is not instant oatmeal. So in their sense, they were saying when you set a goal is your seed. A goal is the seed that you put in the ground, just like if you were to put a seed in the garden. Well, how fast do things grow in the garden? They don't grow that fast, do they? You water, you fertilize. You can actually overwater and over fertilize, but we're going to talk about just the watering and the fertilization. And then if you don't know someone, or if you don't know why it's not working, or actions aren't taking effect, you've got a goal, right? Well, it's not about the goal anymore. The goal was the seed. You put it in. Now you go about your day and you do all that you can do to tend to your garden. And if you think you're going to grow a dud garden, nothing's going to come up, it's not going to sprout, well, maybe you talk to somebody with a green thumb. So in gardening, that's a nursery person, yes? Or it's your neighbor who just has this lush garden every year. But when you're in network marketing, or you're in social media marketing, or you're in attraction marketing, or you're affiliate marketing, you got to go find people who have the green thumb. The green thumb isn't always the results, but it's the attitude they have, or the system that they're using, or the community they hang with. So today, I want to appreciate me for a community that I found last year, 2020, that famous year, 2020, when me, a person who's used to meeting everybody in the world, walking to any room, meeting 20 people if there's 20 people there, meeting 10 people if there's 10 people there, meeting 50 people if there's 50 people there. That was quite a culture shock for me to not be able to communicate and gather and collect and tend my garden in person. So I went on a search last year for another garden. And I found out that some of the criteria for me in the garden that I needed in order to continue to be great as a mentor and a coach to others in their network marketing business and their affiliate marketing businesses was I needed to find a better garden, because the garden of in-person gardening wasn't working anymore. So I did some investigation, and I found a lot of seeds where people had systems, but there was nobody there to teach it to me. All I had to do was I had to go read content or watch videos. I don't know about you, but I like to know I can have a personal content and ask questions, because I always felt like the videos gave me one line to hear, and I'm not a linear learner. I also didn't have a community where I could go in and just ask questions of the other gardeners. Like, what have you learned? What was of value to you? What step do they have in here? Where can I save time? All those things gardeners can tell you about your garden. So who's your garden when it comes to understanding how you're going to market online and build a community when you are wanting to grow your audience, when you're wanting to get more people on your email list, when you need to make more contacts with people? You're not receiving business cards. You're not getting to shake people's hands. So I'm very blessed that I had one of my friends share with me her garden and her community. So I'm going to shift the word garden over to community right now. So what I found late last year was a community of professionals that love to share samples. So if I have a question, if I have a tech question, I can actually go in and post my question, and I can have 4 or 5 people respond with things I should think about, look at, or do. What a garden! Because how many of us stew around sometimes? So now I appreciate my choice. So every day I celebrate this choice that I made to join this community and to buy the tools that they have. And the tools in the sense of templated funnels. Gosh, I don't have to go invent. I also don't have to pay somebody $280 a month for a system that I don't know how to use. And I have a lot of people who've done that. I pay much less and I get much more. I have a way to store all my videos and replay, reuse, or sell them in courses for no additional costs. It's in my basic fee. And then I get every day, I get 5 offerings of mindset or organizational structure, or just all those tips we need to make us feel successful in business. So every day I get to walk into this garden and I walk away with something that revitalizes me. So again, today, I'm just appreciating that I made this choice. And I want to come to each of you, and I want to know if you're still dissatisfied with something. There's 2 steps you got to take before you bail out of the ship you're on. Is it just because you don't have a good perspective on how to look at what you've done well? And if you have not appreciated yourself for what you've done well, then it's time to talk to me, because I can help you appreciate yourself faster than you can do it yourself. I do it all the time. The second thing is if you can't appreciate yourself because you still feel like your garden's not growing, your audience isn't growing, your sales aren't growing, your connections to build, grow, and just meet more people and learn new things isn't happening. If you can't appreciate yourself in that area, then it's also another reason for us to talk. So I'm here today to say, what balance do you need to bring into your life that you could bring in with appreciation? I'm appreciating that I found a community that absolutely helps me manage my levels of curiosity. I don't like to quit on anything. I don't quit on myself. I don't quit on my friends. I don't quit on anyone. But man, it's hard if you can't find a solution. And I was designed to find solutions. And so I'm always grateful when I find solutions. I'm always appreciating myself that I found solutions. And one solution doesn't solve everything. So when I was on this panel last night, I was just loving the fact that there were 7 guests on here we had our speaker, Stacy Hall, and I'm on there with 7 like-minded people. We all wanted to become better gardeners of our goals. Gardeners of our goals. We don't necessarily know always what the outcomes will be, but we learned better how to stay on track. We learned better how to appreciate ourselves with each incremental step we had. And we grew a little patience last night with ourselves. And sometimes I think patience is the hardest thing for us to grow for ourselves. So if you've grown patience for yourself, I want you to be appreciative of that. Appreciation has to come from within first. If you don't appreciate yourself, or you don't think that you're doing enough, or what are all those old conversations you have in your head? If you've got any beat up going on, then you need to exercise that appreciation skill. You need to talk to somebody with a green thumb when it comes to goal setting or managing a small business, and I got that for you. So there's so much I wanted to say, and I'm still synthesizing last night because it was just a powerful night. So I'd really like to share this link with you today or tomorrow, whenever you watch this video, because this is really the best twist on old conversations that I've experienced in a long time. And I am appreciating today that I belong to a community that will restore my appreciation of myself, my choices, and always have an input for me if I want solution. So if you're really feeling like you're a lone ranger and you need a community, this is another reason that you get in touch with people like me. And if you've been hesitating, sitting on the fence and going, oh, they're going to try to sell me something, but you know how to handle that. You got that. But I want you to appreciate yourself for taking action, planting a seed, and finding the gardener you need to help you get to where you want to go in your business, whether it's network marketing, affiliate marketing, or even a brick and mortar small business. If you're using social media, then you need to find the right gardener. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.